I may just need to copy paste some of these windows to the first floor. So I'm gonna right click on this window, go move, and go drag. I'm gonna put it around here. Fine. Then I'm gonna go move, drag copy, and just put it on top of itself. Then I'm gonna right click again on one of those, and in fact I just need to click down in here so I can select this elevate, and I'm gonna bring it up in here. So this should be fine. Okay, now let's check the first story. Fine, now let's go back to perspective. I'm gonna also select this one, right click and move, drag a copy, and I'm gonna drag it on top of itself. Then just click on one of these points and go elevate. I'm gonna bring it up right to here. Okay, this is fine. Okay, apparently since they're not on the same vertical plane, this window is not cutting through the wall, so I'm gonna delete this one and select the settings from that one and just place it in 3D. So this should be fine. Now let's select it, select this point. Then I'm gonna select this one, that is drag, and press and hold down shift and match it to this one. Now I'm gonna select this one again, this time select the elevate and make sure that its starting point is the same as other windows. So now this is fine. We also have one in here. Since I'm not sure that this one's gonna cut the ball or not, I'm gonna use the eyedropper to pick the settings from that one and just place it here. Alright, now let's match its position. Okay, this is fine. Now I'm gonna select the elevate tool and just make it match the other windows. So I guess we're fine. I could possibly bring this part of the slab to the end of the ball. So let's go back to first story. I select my slab and yeah, this is I guess fine. Now let's make sure that I can see the story behind. So I'm gonna select this slab and bring it up to here. The same goes for this part. Let's go back to perspective mode. Yeah, I guess this is fine. I can also extend it from this part, but again, I'm not gonna worry about this part since I'm gonna create a bookshelf that goes to from the floor to the ceiling, so that should be fine. The last remaining part is the stair. Let me disable the tracing. Okay, so I'm gonna select the slab tool and make sure that is set to rectangle mode and just draw one in here. Fine. Then I'm gonna select and draw a rectangle this size. Great. Next, I'm gonna measure this distance. That's 30. Okay, so I'm gonna select my slab again and draw a box this size. Okay, fine. Now I know that they're all on the ground, so I'm gonna select this slab and just bring it up. I guess up to here should be fine. Let's set this one to be 200 and this one to 183. Next, I'm gonna select this one and just bring it up to this part. I'm gonna type in 17 and I'm gonna select this one and bring this one up as well. So I'm gonna bring it here and set the thickness to be 17, or in fact I'm gonna put it up in here. Fine, now let's go to first story. Okay, now let's go to ground floor. I'm gonna bring down the height of this one, then I'm gonna edit this one in Studio Max. Okay, now I'm gonna go to first floor and select my slab, bring this one back in here and also this one to here. Okay, so then we'll be building the stair in Studio Max, since that one is much easier. Okay, so I put a couple of minutes to figure out how the stair was drawn, but I cannot see how this one's going up to the next floor. You see that we have also a door here, and I guess this is what happens when you give your plan to be drawn by a dumb person. So I'm gonna leave it as is. I'll probably fix it in Max, but eventually we're not gonna see that one anyways. So our last step would be to draw the roof. So let's go to first story. I mean, I can just draw a slab like so, since we're not gonna see that. But if you wanna be a little cleaner, you can trace out the walls. I'm not gonna include this balcony area, since again we're not gonna see that one. Okay, now let's check it out. Select this one and bring it up. Okay, I need to get rid of this part, so let's go to first story and okay, now I need to bring back this part. Okay, now let's go to perspective mode. Great, so everything's done. So I guess we can continue in Max. I will probably go and build the other part of the house, but again, they're not needed, but I may put some time to figure out the stair. And yeah, that's basically it for this part of the tutorial, and we'll continue in the next lesson. Before ending this part, I also wanted to show you that how you can export your object from AutoCAD to Studio Max. So you have to go under File, then I'm gonna go under Save As. Then from here you can specify the folder that you want your file to be saved in. Then under Options, first of all you have to make sure that you have Studio Max selected. Then when you hit Save, there are a couple of options which from you have to choose, and I'm gonna use the AutoCAD Objects Native Output, and under the drawing unit I'm gonna set it to 1000 millimeters. So that's it. Then I'm gonna hit OK. So it will be exported to Studio Max, and in the next lesson we'll bring it in Max and continue to make the rest of the building.